is as a menstruous woman among them. Menstruous woman. And you know what that is, ladies. The Lord is righteous, for I have rebelled against his commandments. So this is what they did. They rebelled against the commandment of God. And we have to be very careful in our day and in our time that we don't rebel against the commandment that the Lord has set. He said, the wisest man said that we should hear the conclusion of everything. We should what? Fear God and keep his commandments. And if we're not keeping his commandments and we rebel, then he's going to place us at a state where he's going to allow bad things to happen. He's the merciful God. But let us not confuse that the Lord is going to hide our sins behind his mercies. The Lord is righteous for rebel against his commandment. Hear, I pray you, all people, behold my sorrow. My virgins and my young men are gone into captivity. I called for my lovers, but they deceived me. My priests and mine elders gave up the ghosts in the city while they sought their meat to relieve their souls. They were dying when they should be in Zion worshiping. They were so busy trying to get meat for their souls, and they died. Behold, O God, for I am in distress, my bowels. So the prophet Jeremiah was crying out, I am in distress. What is happening to Zion? Mine heart is stirred within me, for I'm grievous rebel. 21. They have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done this. So what he was saying is that his enemies now, they were rejoicing. Because here is this man going around talking about that the Lord is going to do that if you fail to live right. So you can imagine the church in our society today. We're saying, boy, if you don't do that, then the Lord is going to do all of that. And at the end of the day, the Lord turns around and start to afflict the church. What would the people think? So this was what was happening. They were glad because now this was happening to Jerusalem. This was happening now to Zion. We're going to skip the verse 2. When you have the time, you can read it. You can read it. You can read it when you have time. How has the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel, and remembered not his footstool in the day of his anger? The Lord has swallowed up all the habitation of Jacob, and hath not pitied. He has thrown down in his wrath the strongholds of the daughter of Judah. He has brought them down to the ground. He has polluted the kingdom and the princes thereof. So the Lord was now casting now judgment on these people. Judgment on these people. I'm going to skip. In verse 9. Her gates are sunk into the ground. He hath destroyed and broken her bars. Her king and her princes are among the Gentiles. The law is no more. So these people were not even taking the law anymore. Her prophets also find no vision from the Lord. They were in a state of backsliding. They were in a terrible state. The elders of the daughter of Zion sit upon the ground and keep silent. They have cast up the dust upon their heads. They have girded themselves with sackcloth. The virgins of Jerusalem hang down their heads to the ground. Jeremiah said, my eyes do fail with tears. My bowels are troubled. My liver is poured on the earth for destruction of the daughter of my people, because the children and her sucklings soon in the streets of the city. Verse 14, thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity to turn away thy captivity. So what he was saying is that these people are so foolish. You know, they're not even trying to see their iniquity where they are, but have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment. Hear what he said in verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. So they were passing by, they clapped their hands at Zion. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem. You know,